Hello, everybody. My name is Ben, and we will be reacting to the Lounge's Pokemon League battle between William and Michael. Along with, I will be reacting to my own analysis. Let us begin. Showdown battle. Let's begin. So we've got Garchomp going up against Ting Lu right away. Now this is scary. Well, this is scary because I don't know much about Ting Lu, but I do know that Garchomp is a heavy hitter and he's a fast hitter. You know, it gets stuff done very quickly. Now, alongside that, he's just really good. Dragon Ground, fantastic offensive, unless he has Ice. But as we can see, none of his Pokemon have Ice moves, so Garchomp's pretty much in the clear here for this game. But we never really truly know until we see the game. So let's see the first move. We got Spikes and Stealth Rock set up. Now that's ingenious by both of them, setting up early so that when opponents come out, easy damage taken for little to nothing. So the next play, Garchomp also plays Stealth Rock, so he has Stealth Rock and Spikes set up. That's genius for what you're gonna see on this next play. But Ting Lu does something different. We see the move Judge or Ruination. Now Ruination is a very, very intense move because Ruination is basically Dark type Super Fang. And as we all know, Super Fang is one of the best moves in Pokemon. It halves the opponent's HP. And if your opponent is Blissey with really high HP stat, that's so good. It's awesome. So as we can see, Ruination. He uses Ruination. We know he has Ruination. We know what Ruination does. As we continue, so Garchomp plays Dragon Tail. Oh my god, it's genius. Genius that he plays Dragon Tail because Dragon Tail switches a Pokemon out against its will. That's genius. After he set up Spikes and Stealth Rock, he could just keep this going, keep it going until he wins the game. So as we see, Farigiraf is thrown out. Now Farigiraf kind of sucks, I'm gonna be honest. So I don't know why he has Farigiraf on his team, but maybe he has something up his sleeve. No, he doesn't. He switches into Wo-Chien. Now that's crazy because he probably could have done something with Farigiraf. He was already out. Now he's gonna be even more damage when he is thrown out. Now let's see what Garchomp does because Garchomp's bound to Dragon Tail, right? No, he switches into Umbreon. Oh my goodness, setting a Dark type out on a Dark type? That's not a smart play. He's got to have something up his sleeve, it's an Umbreon. Umbreons are, notoriously thick, bulky. Once again, I don't know about Wo-Chien, but we'll just see. Goes for the taunt. Now, maybe you're thinking, oh, well, it's a Grass type. Grass types are usually, they usually set things up. The only thing that this affected on Wo-Chien was Leech Seed. Leech Seed. Here's the thing with Leech Seed. If that's your only thing that gets affected, you shouldn't switch out. But of course, what does he do? He switches into Gallade. Pokemon that's Psychic type. Admittedly, it is Fighting type, so all of his moves are going to be neutral. But as we see on this turn, well, I'll let you wait. But just having Wo-Chien out and then immediately bringing him back in, this is just a scuffed battle, and I don't know what William or Michael were thinking because this game is just so dumb. It's so dumb. As we see, Reflect brings in physical moves. That's a genius because as we see, Gallade uses Swords Dance. That's genius. He predicted the Swords Dance. He knows Gallade's a physical fighter. Everybody knows Gallade's primarily physical, and just having a beefy Pokemon like Umbreon stand against Gallade, it's no doubt that Umbreon might win the standoff. As we see, he does with a foul play. Genius! He didn't intend on doing it, but he did. He pulled it out. He's got that dog in him. Foul play has base 90 power, I believe, and you see what it does is it uses the opponent's attack stat, and since Gallade's attack stat is already so high, plus the 2 times attack, it was a guaranteed kill. So let's move on. throws Ting Lu back out. Why? Why throw out Ting Lu? It was probably his best choice out of all of his Pokemon. Or Wo-Chien. One of those two would have been the best. Having Dark-type resisting Dark, as we see, the only move that Money has to attack is Foul Play. So forcing your opponent to switch out is genius. So obviously Ting Lu is going to attack and do some heavy damage. So he uses Wish, but then Earthquake does 12 damage. That immediately gets halved by Money's leftovers, and immediately we see that Earthquake does only 12 damage. From a base 100 power move, that's nothing. That's horrible. That's awful. So obviously, Ting Lu must switch out, right? Well, here comes Garchomp, and Ting Lu stays in and uses Whirlwind. Now that's he's taking off of what Garchomp was doing with the Dragon Tail, and the spikes in the Stealth Rock, but it just doesn't work because, as we see, it goes right back out into Money, and then the wish affected Money and not Garchomp. So Money is back at full health. We know that his Earthquake only does 6, and we see all of his moves. And his moves are Ruination and Earthquake. Remember that move, Ruination? And it makes you think, why didn't he use Ruination when he had Reflect Up and when Umbreon was such a bulky Pokemon? Why didn't he use Ruination? Well, finally, he gets his act together and he uses Ruination on this next turn, and we see he's brought back down to 50. That's what we wanted in the first place. Why couldn't he have done that earlier? So in this next turn, we see puts back up Reflect and uses the Whirlwind again. You'll never believe who it gets switched out into. Garchomp. So far from Michael's team, we have only seen Garchomp and Umbreon. That's it. Only those two. Oh my god. I need to take a brain break. Anyways, moving forward, we see the Dragon Tail come back. The Dragon Tail is immaculate, because then, as we see brought out, is Salazzle. Now, this part of the game is probably the craziest part, because as we're about to see one of the craziest plays. Well, not even the craziest, but just one of the most insane attacks ever. So Salazzle is not affected by the spikes or the Stealth Rock because it has the heavy duty boots on. The heavy duty boots. However, she toxics the Garchomp, and Garchomp only has one other attacking move. Earthquake. Earthquake is quad affected on Salazzle. And that's what he does. Immediate one-shot on the Salazzle. Now you may be thinking, obviously, he had to have something to buff his attack. He didn't. As we saw, he used Dragon Tail earlier, so that gets rid of Choice Band. He doesn't get Sheer Force or Huge Power or anything like that. No, this is just raw Garchomp power. One-shot the Salazzle. Insane. Dead. However, he's toxic, and that's not good. Because this means that Garchomp is going down eventually. This raw power Garchomp. Well, anyway, sends back out Ting Lu. Oh, brother, not Ting Lu. Ting Lu finally gets his act together and uses Ruination. Finally. Oh my god. However, the toxic damage won't kill Garchomp this turn. That gives Garchomp a free Dragon Tail to switch into Wo-Chien. And now he's down at 4 health. 4 health. Yikes. Let's see. Wo-Chien protects like the genius he is, forcing Garchomp to die to Toxic. There you go. William, for a Toxic stall team, this is the first time you've stalled a Toxic. Good lord. Garchomp goes down, his first fatality. And William's team is not doing it. Ting Lu 36, Wo-Chien 75, Farigiraf 76. Your Toxic Staller is dead, and your high base stat attacker is also dead. Your only real chance of winning is Ceruledge. So anyway, finally we see a new Pokemon hit the field with Tinkaton, also known as Amy. Tinkaton is scary. Steel Fairy is the best type in the game so far, with great offenses against Dragon and Dark, and great, amazing defenses against almost every type. We see that Tinkaton is just a heavy hitter. So, and the fact that two of his Pokemon, Wo-Chien and Ting Lu, are Dark types weak against Fairy, it's absolutely bonkers, because we know now that Tinkaton has got these two covered, because there's no way they're beating Tinkaton. So we see the substitute. Weird, but okay. And Wo-Chien goes for the Leech Seed, which fails because of the substitute. Okay, good read, good read. Then we see Tinkaton use Swords Dance. This is frightening. This has me shaking in my boots. Tinkaton already is unbelievably strong with Gigaton Hammer, but with Swords Dance to back it up, disgusting, horrifying. And Wo-Chien is just freaking out here. I know William is sweating. Well, C-Bomb is resisted, and the damage does nothing. It only gets rid of the substitute. It doesn't even get rid of the substitute. So now, Amy play roughs with the Swords Dance against the Dark type. Wo-Chien obviously goes down, easy peasy. Then he sends out Farigiraf. He had a Fire type waiting in the back, but he just didn't use it. He instead opts for the normal Psychic type. Those types, by the way, are resisted by Steel. So let's see what he does. The Play Rough misses. Phew. William gets a break. Dazzling Gleam. Resisted and faded. You know what? I need another brain break. Let's go. Come on. Haven't got all day. Fuck this. Brain break. Back to the game. Dazzling Gleam, substitute fades. Here's the Play Rough, immediate kill. This is scary. William is down to his two last Pokemon. One at less than half, and then Ceruledge. Ceruledge is his only surviving chance. However, Spikes and Stealth Rock are set up, which are really good against Fire types. So as we see, Ceruledge is brought down to 63. Oh, absolutely disgusting. 63 to Tinkaton's 50. Whoa, this is not looking good for William. William is hit with the Gigaton Hammer and is obviously brought down to 0, leaving just Ting Lu to take the quarter damage from the Spikes and the Stealth Rock. Finally, William gets a break with a missed Play Rough, and then a lucky break on the Earthquake, killing Tinkaton. However, the scariest possible outcome for William will now arrive on field. Iron Valiant. Iron Valiant is one of the scariest Pokemon in the game due to its typing and its attack. It's so scary and so fast that there is no way that William has a chance. That's exactly what happens. With Quark Drive attack, plus the Fairy Stab, or Terastallize, plus Stab, plus Spirit Break, Ting Lu has no chance but to submit to Iron Valiant's scary Fairy type moves. So as we see, Michael won that battle and William sadly lost. I cannot wait to see what will foretell both of these players in the future.